Hey everybody, Dr. Pearlman here, and what I want to do is bring another video that will hopefully provide you with some information and value rather than just, a lot of the kind of subtle drips that lead to promotion. And what I'd like to begin with is saying I had a patient text me and they said, I've had a spasm in the back of my shoulder for 3 days. Should I come in or should I reschedule? And under this circumstance, the answer is simple. Of course, it's come in. Like I know the patient, I've examined the patient, he's been a patient. Um, why wait on something that's actually causing a lot of discomfort to refer to it as a spasm? Come in, right? Like I want to make a slogan on my door that says like, Paramount Chiropractic and Wellness. When you're at your worst, we're at our best. Like that, because that's what I feel like. I want to rise to the occasion. Like I challenge myself to rise to the occasion and be like as clinically excellent as I can if someone's really in a lot of pain or a lot of discomfort. That's not the time to not go in for an adjustment. Now, does that mean it's going to be like the adjustment you need and you're just going to be stable and walking around the next day like nothing happened? No, not necessarily. Everybody's different. Like there's so much to factor in when it comes to why someone's in pain, why someone's having a spasm, why someone's having shoulder pain, like how to interpret and then like be able to diagnose like what's going on properly on a given day, right? Given moment in time. Chiropractic, we have this saying that chiropractic works when it's like the right adjustment for the right person delivered to the right area at the right time. Like we get it. And then I hope they understand. But a lot of like what I think about is like, did I do a bad job educating this person? Like, why are they asking me that? Like, they should know that they should be here. But it made me think like, if they're concerned about whether or not they should not come in, when are there times that you should not go to the chiropractor? And so I want to share those with you. If you if you are sweating without exercising, and you are feeling like it's hard to breathe, and you are maybe even able to track your heart rate and realize that it's like jacked up, or if you feel like your chest is pounding and you're sweating and something's not right, like you need to go to the hospital. I almost said ER, hospital, urgent care at the very least. If you're fortunate enough to know like a medical doctor, a nurse practitioner, a physician assistant, somebody like that, that's really qualified to monitor you and do these initial screenings to then be able to either give you something on the spot for some type of a cardiac or pulmonary issue, or you're going to be, like most of us, we would go to the emergency room. And you have to understand there's a big difference between saying like, oh man, my shoulder's killing me and ooh, this pain is so bad it's taking away my breath versus like you're sweating, you're having trouble feeling a certain thing, maybe you're nauseous, maybe your palms are sweaty or clammy hands is the thing we say a lot and is like a clinical symptom. Certainly if you are projectile vomiting, but it's not invoked from like any food poisoning. I mean, these are like serious issues that you really need to seek medical attention, and you should not go to your chiropractor for. If you have lost control of your bowel or bladder because of associated back pain that you can't get out of bed and you like are going to your like you can't control what I just said, those parts down there, like and bad stuff is happening, like you need to go to the emergency room and they need to then do their due diligence in the emergency room to take advanced scans and be able to see like what's going on down there because there's something called caudal equina. Like that's a very serious medical condition that requires, you know, immediate medical attention, not chiropractic care. If you're a diabetic and you're having a bad episode where it's flaring up and your blood sugar might be getting out of control and you are having serious issues, like you need to go to the medical doctors, you need to go to the urgent care, you need to go and get that checked right away. On the flip side of that, there are much more subtle ways to say like, no, I've had this headache and I've had it checked out before, but it's bad and I don't know if the chiropractor can really help me. Maybe they did once, but I don't know if they're going to help again. This one's really severe. Like, no, like go to the chiropractor to get checked, especially a chiropractor that has been your chiropractor. Because a lot of this, when I'm giving you this type of information, I'm really coming from a place that it's like you have built rapport with your chiropractor, or a chiropractor that you can trust is going to do a good job checking you, doing a good job giving you proper diagnosis, have a good understanding of what you're doing, so they can safely not just adjust you, but adjust you specifically because everyone is different in terms of the way they respond to an adjustment based on the pain that they're having. It's why things like deep, or soft tissue or deep tissue massage or something is applicable in certain situations. And I'm only even bringing that up because it's like, shoulder pain, spasm, trigger points. What about, light force, upper cervical technique where, people who respond really well in terms of like migraine or dizziness or just overall health, right? I have the stories of the people whose atlas gets set and their back pain goes away. I'm not like that on it. I'm more or less like, I'm going to go after the back pain if it's back pain. Like if you can't get off the floor and you're in the bathroom and everything else is working, but your back goes out, like go to the chiropractor. Like, what are you waiting for? Body self-healing and self-regulating once it's been given the push in the right direction through proper, good chiropractic care. And like, that's what chiropractic is. And that's why I want to make this video. I want you to feel like confident out there. Like, when should I not go? When should I go? Is it safe for me to go now? Like safe, like what does safe mean? Well, it's like we just addressed. Like if you're not having an episode to where you should be going to the hospital in the first place, chiropractic is extremely safe. Heck, chiropractic is probably safe even if you're having an episode, but the chiropractor had better be competent, right? Like if someone came to me, they'd better be, I better be on my AAA game to say, hey, I think this is going on. Like, let's get you to the emergency room immediately. Side note, my wife's a nurse practitioner. She works at a family clinic. She sees a ton of red flags all the time. Most people who are on multiple medications and managing some kind of a cardiac or diabetic or a pulmonary episode based on a lot of pre-existing conditions. But you see, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, those people go to the emergency room. Those people get sent out for emergent intervention. So again, when should you not? Well, everything I've alluded to in this video. When should you? Just about everything else, assuming you are stable, because you don't want to just be told that, it's either in your head, or you don't want to be told that it's arthritis. You don't want to be told to have muscle relaxers and painkillers. Trust me, like even if you think you do, you don't. Because that's no way to live. That's no way to be reliant on that to also manage symptoms. It's not going to the underlying cause. All it's doing is keeping you alive from crossing over into that danger zone. Blood pressure medication to lower your blood pressure, because high elevated blood pressure, especially past a number too high, is life-threatening. Blood sugar too low, life-threatening. Blood sugar too high, life-threatening. That's medication, right? If you're on, psych meds or SSRIs and things of that nature, like too manic, too depressive, disorders, right? Like things that happen, personality, mood. This is serious stuff. You don't want to have to be on these medications. You want to have a life where exercise, nutrition, good habits make up you being like a happy, productive person that feels good about being able to contribute. And to understand how you get to that is understanding when to go to the chiropractor. I mean, that's been my experience. And I want to share that with y'all because that's truly from my heart this morning. And I hope that this video makes sense. I hope you get something from it. And guys, if you want to comment down below, reach out, all the good stuff, share with your family and friends when you should go to chiropractor, when not. I'm Dr. Pearlman.